Hello guys! We will be discussing today how to determine the geometric means of a given geometric sequence. We are still in quarter 1, week 4. Let's do first a short review on how to get the roots of radicals. So number 1, square root of 100. So to get the roots of the square root of 100, we will have the factors of 100, which is when you multiply to itself will give you 100. So we have the square root of 10 times 10. So 10 times 10 is 100. So that means ilalabas natin yung isang 10 and that is equal to square root of 100 is equal to 10 positive. Pero alam natin na kapag ang ating index ay even number like square root, fourth root, sixth root, there will be two answers. So, ibig sabihin, ang square root of 100 ay equal din sa square root of negative 10 times negative 10. So, negative 10 times negative 10 is positive 100. So, accepted pa rin yung factors ng negative 10 times negative 10. And, ang square root of 100 ay pwede rin na negative 10. So, that means square root of 100 is equal to positive negative 10. What about the cube root of 88? So, mag-isip tayo kung ano ang mga factors, dalawang factors ng 88 na yung isa ay perfect cube. So, pag sinabi nating perfect cube, isusulat natin yung number na yon na as factors tatlong beses. So, that is equal to 8 times 11 at yung ating 8 ay pwede nating isulat as factors of 2 times 2 times 2. So, then, ilalabas natin yung isang 2 at iiwanan natin sa radical sign yung 11. So, that means cube root of 88 is equal to 2 cube root of 11. So, how do we determine the geometric mean or geometric means of a particular geometric sequence? Pag sinabi natin geometric mean, without S, that is a term between two terms of the given geometric sequence. So, kung ang given geometric sequence natin ay 4, 20, 100, ang ating geometric mean ay yung nasa gitna, which is 20. So, paano natin mako-compute or madidetermine ang geometric mean? The geometric mean between any two positive numbers, a and b, is the square root of their product. So, example number 1, insert a geometric mean between negative 12 and negative 15. So, we have to illustrate the given sequence para mas ma-visualize kung nasaan yung hinahanap. So, that is negative 12, that is our a sub 1, blank, a sub 2 is missing, which is also our geometric mean, and negative 15. So, we have three terms in the given sequence. So, solution, according dito sa ating definition, the geometric mean between any two positive numbers, a and b, is the square root of their product. So, we will have a sub 2 is equal to the square root of negative 12 times negative 15. So, positive, negative, square root of negative 12 times negative 15. Remember, square root, ang index niyan ay 2. So, that is even. So, we will have negative, positive as the roots. Okay. So, we will get the product of negative 12 times negative 15 that will give us positive 180. So, isip tayo ng dalawang factors ng 180 na yung isa ay perfect square. Pag sinabi natin perfect square, pag minultiply mo sa sariling niyang number, ang sagot ay yung isang factor. So, that is 36 and 5. So, ang 36 ay perfect square. So, that is a sub 2 is equal to Ang 36 ay 6 times 6 equals 36. So, that is, so ilalabas natin yung isang 6. So, that is positive negative 6. And then, since hindi perfect square ang 5, so as is siya sa loob ng radical sign. So, our a sub 2 is equal to positive negative 6 square root of 5. So, pag nakuha natin yung ating a sub 2, remember, positive negative yan. So, there will be two possible answers for the geometric mean or the a sub 2. So, kung ang ating a sub 2 ay positive 6 square root of 5, ang ating sequence ay negative 12, positive 6 square root of 5, and negative 15. Kung ang ating a sub 2 naman ay negative 6 square root of 5, ang ating sequence ay negative 12, negative 6 square root of 5, and negative 15. Now let's have the geometric means. When we say geometric means, these are the terms between two terms of the geometric sequence. So for example, we have 2, 6, 18, 54, 162. So our geometric means are 6, 18, 54. So kapag more than one term na ang kailangang i-insert sa dalawang terms, we will be using the formula a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. That is our nth term formula for the geometric sequence. Para malaman natin, makukuha natin muna ang value ng ratio at masolve natin yung missing terms. Let's try example number 2. Insert two geometric means between 6 and negative 48. So, para mas ma-visualize kung ilan terms lahat ang meron tayo sa given sequence, we have to illustrate it. So, we have our a sub 1 is 6, a sub 2 is missing, that is our first geometric mean, and the second geometric mean, which is a sub 3, and our a sub 4 is negative 48. So, sulat muna natin ang lahat ng ating given para mas mapadali ang ating pag-substitute sa formula. So, our a sub 1 is 6, our a sub 4 or the last term in the given sequence is negative 48, our n is 4, the ratio is missing. So, let us now proceed to the solution. We need to determine first the value of the common ratio. So, we have the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, ang ating a sub n, which is the last term of the given sequence, is negative 48, is equal to, ang ating a sub 1 ay 6, r is unknown, n is 4. So, that becomes 4 minus 1. So, negative 48 is equal to 6 times r cubed. So, 4 minus 1 is 3. So, we have r cubed na. And then, we have to divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of the variable r. So, we will divide both sides by 6. So, that becomes 6 divided by 6 is 1, and then 6 divided by 1 is 6. And we will have negative 48 divided by 6. That is equal to our r cube. So, ang negative 48 divided by 6 ay pwedeng i-simplify. So, we will have negative 8. So, r cube is equal to negative 8. So, we will think of factors of negative 8. Tatlong beses siyang magiging factor ng ating negative 8. So, ano kaya yun? So, we have, that is, okay, so that is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. At dahil pare-pareho naman yan, negative 2, ilalabas na natin siya. So, our r is negative 2. So, let us now determine the missing terms or the geometric means of the given sequence. So, let's have first a sub 2. So, para makuha natin a sub 2, we will multiply a sub 1 times the ratio, common ratio. So we have 6 times negative 2, that is equal to negative 12. And then our a sub 3 is a sub 2 times r. So that is negative 12 times negative 2, that is positive 24. So our sequence now is 6, negative 12, positive 24, and negative 48. Okay na? So, sana nakasunod. Let's proceed to our example number 3. Insert 3 geometric means between 2 and 32 over 81. So, illustration natin. So, we have a sub 1, which is 2, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4 is our unknown. And our last term is 32 over 81. So, sulat natin yung mga given para hindi tayo malito. We have a sub 1 is equal to 2. Our last term, which is a sub 5, is equal to 32 over 81. Our n is 5. Siyempre, r is still missing. So, we have to solve first for the value of r. So, using the formula and the substitute the value, a sub n is equal to 32 over 81 equals, our a sub 1 is 2, r is unknown, and is 5 minus 1. So, that will give us 4. Okay? And then, we will divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of the variable, which is 2. So, makakancel na yan. That becomes 1. So, ang maiiwan na lang ay r raised to the 4th power. And, sulat natin ito sa paraan ng pagsusulat ng fraction. So, that is 32 over 81 divided by 2. So, dahil division tayo at ang ating denominator ay whole number, so, para hindi malito, lagyan ko ng 1. So, division yan, magiging multiplication, at kukunin natin yung reciprocal ng ating divisor. So, that is 32 over 81 times 1/2. And, kung meron pwedeng i-cancel, pwede na i-cancel para ma-shorten na ang ating solution. So, in this case, we can cancel 32 and 2, both divisible by 2. So, we have 32 divided by 2 is 16, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, ang naiwan na lang ay 16 divided by 2 or 16 over 81. And then, that is r raised to the 4th power equals 16 over 81. So, para ma-undo yung ating 4th power sa r, we will get the 4th root of our numbers in both sides. So, yan ay 4th root of r raised to the 4th power. And then, pareho din, so 4th root of 16 and the 4th root of 81. So, ang may iwan na lang ay r dito sa side na to. That is equal to 16 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, yung ating index, yan yung magsasabi sa atin kung ilan ang factors na kailangan natin na dapat pare-parehong number. So, that is, kung may sobra man, as is yung sobra, ilalagay na lang dyan. So, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. Ang 81 naman, so, 4 din yan na beses ng factor na yun na as factor. So, we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, that is equal to 81. At dahil dyan, so, we will have now, sa ating numerator ay 2 na lang at ang ating denominator ay 3. So, ma'am, bakit may positive minus, positive negative 2/3? Remember, kapag even ang ating index, there will 2 possible answers, 2 signs of the roots. We have positive and negative. So, sa dulo ko na siya nilagay para hindi na nakakalito doon sa ating solution. And for the next step, alam na natin. Okay, let's continue our solution. So, nakuha na natin ang ating ratio or R. So, that is equal to positive, negative 2/3. Now, we can get or determine the missing terms or the geometric means. So, balikan natin yung ating illustration. That is 2, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and 32/81. So, nawawala o kailangan nating hanapin yung tatlong geometric means na ng ating terms, which will be our a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4. So, unahin natin yung ating a sub 2. So, a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 times the ratio. So, positive lang muna ang gamitin natin. Mamaya na tayo punta doon sa negative. So, we have positive 2/3 times 2, and that will give us 4/3 or 4/3. And then, ang ating a sub 3 ay a sub 2 times r. So, ang ating a sub 2 ay 4/3. 4/3 times 2/3. So, that will give us 8/9. So, ang ating a sub 3 ay 8/9. And then, our a sub 4, that is a sub 3 times the ratio, that is 8/9 times 2/3. So, that is equal to 16/27. And try natin yung a sub 5. So, ang ating a sub 5 dito sa given natin ay 32/81. Let us check kung tama nga yung ating a sub 5 using a sub 4 times r. So, we have 16/27 times 2/3. So, 16 times 2 is 32. 27 times 3 is equal to 81. So, pareho naman sila. That means our a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4 are all correct. So, nakuha na natin yung ating a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4 using the positive root, which is positive 2/3. So, mag-substitute na lang tayo para sa ating negative r. So, we can now get the answer. Kung ang ating r ay positive 2/3, so ang ating complete sequence ay 2, 4/3, 8/9, 16/27, and 32/81. Kung ang ating r naman ay negative 2/3, ang ating sequence ay 2, negative 4/3, 8/9, negative 16/27, at 32/81. Multiply lang natin yung mga signs kapag negative. So, that is positive times negative. Ang second term natin ay negative. So, negative times negative. Ang third term natin ay positive. So, positive times negative r. So, ang ating fourth term ay negative. Negative times negative, that is positive a sub 5. So, yan ang ating sagot sa problem number 3. So, sana ay nakasunod. Kung merong tanong, i-PM lang ako or kaya i-comment lang sa comment section at ako ay sasagot sa abot ng aking makakaya. So, pwede nang gawin ang activities. Thank you!